Everyone, I am back with another reading. Sparkling Diva, of course, right, Angelina. Today we're going to just have a little bit of fun with the Akashic Tarot, because the Akashic Tarot has some extra options, like someone pointing in a specific direction, and that has a meaning as well then, right? And like in this card, it has 3 paths in the woods that you can choose from, and you can use that as well. So I just want to have a bit of fun, because I like these extra things that come with this tarot deck. It's also not a usual tarot deck, right? Because it only goes from 1 through 8, and then it starts off with the Queen and King. It doesn't have a page, it doesn't have a knight. It also doesn't have a number 9 or 10, and so it's not the usual tarot deck. I like it. I really like it. I love this card as well. This is actually the reason I bought this deck. Of course, I loved the deck, the rest of it too. But this card, I can't get it out of my head. I just cannot get it out of my head. I still can't. So I suppose it's important to me as well to plot a course, so to speak, and to stick to that. And yeah, and today I just felt so drawn to that card again. I had it in my head, I kept seeing it, and I thought, well, I'm going to do a reading with it based on that. And so the reading is going to be like, you have to choose a path, and then we're going to look at what that path will bring you, where it will lead. And so, yeah, you have a little bit more insight on that. You can focus on anything. You can focus on love or career or health, whatever. You know, just be playful with the interpretations you're gonna get. You know, it can apply to anything. So yeah, I'm gonna show you the card. As you can see, there are 3 paths. The one in the middle is the second, of course. It's number 2. It's sunlit, it's clear, and it's also the one that is most familiar to you. So the way you always go about things, and you have been going about things, whether it's about health or love or career, that's this path. And yeah, it's the most familiar. You feel most comfortable with following, continuing on that path. It can also seem to be the most positive to you. Doesn't mean to say it is, but it can be. And it can be totally right at this moment in time to follow that path, to continue on your way. So if you want to know what happens if you continue on the way, you know, the way you've been going about things, then that is your choice. Then there is this one, number 3, that will be number 3, is there is a bit of the familiar stuff you can see, because there's still sunlight, but there's also shadows, so there's also things you cannot fathom, not see, you know. Yeah, it's a bit of a mixture of these other 2, and to me this always looks really inviting, because it's a bit of the known and a bit of the unknown, and in a way I find that very tempting to follow that path. But it's completely up to you. This is about you and what, you know, what you feel drawn to. And of course there is that one. That's the first one, number 1. There is, well, not a lot of sunlight there. It's, let's say, it's darker. It's not completely dark, but it's darker. And she has her back turned to it, as if she doesn't even see it, doesn't acknowledge it, or maybe she just doesn't, she just discarded that option, that path. So that's something to think about. You know, maybe there is an option you're not seeing because she's not seeing that, or you have seen it and decided, no, I'm not going there, that's not for me. Then okay, that can be okay, not the path for you. But it can also be that you are not choosing that path because you are afraid to deviate from what is familiar, what is known to you. So maybe you're just, it's maybe just fear, like, no, I'm not going in the dark, I don't like that, I want to stay in the sun. So maybe then you should take that one after all. right? So it's completely up to you. Just feel, take your time to feel. If need be, pause the video. This is path 1, that is 2, and that is number 3. And that's the card you're gonna get, of course. You can also use the animals that are with the path, each path. Like here we have a fox, there we have a squirrel, and that, I'm not entirely sure how that would translate in English. I think a raccoon, but I'm not certain. So just look and have a look at it. So maybe you want to choose an animal, that's also possible. So yeah, I'm going to start the reading with this one, number 1, that's number 2, and that's number 3. Right? I'm going to start with number 1. If you need more time, pause the video, please. So for the numbers 1, where will it lead you if you follow that darker path, the one with the most shadows? We're going to find out. Let's see. No, that's not the first card. The first card we have is 5 of scrolls. And then we see this woman on a veranda, and she's looking out over the landscape. There's hills, beautiful flowers, there's a town in the distance. This card actually basically says that it's about diversity. It is about going out. It's time to go out. You know, leave your home, leave the comfort zone. It's time to go out, to discover, to take action, to do new things, meet new people, go to new places, different places, learn new things if you like that. Just go out there and do things and learn things, and you know, just spread yourself in all directions, so to speak, to learn and do and find out and to have fun as well, right? Because that should be fun. It's like a discovery and finding it, yeah. And it also says that you shouldn't worry about spreading your energy too thin, because you won't. You will actually, from all these different things that you have to do now, learn an awful lot about yourself, and that will then later on help you, that will serve you. So this is what you should do right now. This is where this path is going to lead you, that one, to all kinds of things, as if that will just fork out in a great many other separate paths that will all come back together then, right? This diversity is really about diversity, all these things that I just said. And then you will find out more about yourself by doing that. When it comes to love, it's a similar thing, right? Then it's time to start, going to different places to meet new people, or find different ways to meet potential partners, just new things, going out there, really going out there. It's about really discovering who you are and what you like, and that's basically important right now, that part. Learning about yourself and also enjoying that. It's really, you have to really enjoy that too, right? And what you will get in the end when it comes to love, mostly, I focus mostly on that, is the Queen of Keys. And the funny thing is, here we have a woman on a veranda, and well, this looks very similar. Also, well, close to a woman on a balcony or a veranda looking out over the landscape, just like here. So after all that endeavoring and discovering and learning and having fun, you're going to come back to where you started, in a way, only you are in a much better place, because now you are a queen. So you have learned an awful lot. You have gained an awful lot. And this is a woman who's looking out over the landscape. This is basically her land as a queen. This is her land. This is known to her. This is this belongs to the castle, her castle. And this is also a woman. She's on the lookout. Her husband in the distance is on his way home. He's coming back. So it could also mean that when it comes to love, that after going through this period, this phase of discovery and endeavoring out there, you will find indeed that love. Could be that then this is your home, that you will be living together, can also be that this is your home, what you have achieved, and that you will have a steady relationship, and he's coming over to you regularly because he's on his way. It's somewhere down, yeah, there, really far away. You can barely see it there, that dot in the distance. So yeah, and when if for you your quest with this was not really focused on a relationship, then it's also, this woman is she's empowered. She's absolutely empowered. And when it comes to work and career, money, self growth, of personal growth, etc., she's on her way to success. This is a successful woman. She's going to climb that ladder of success. She will attain all the stuff she wants, right? The career, the money, the wealth, the abundance. Also in love again, right? And this can also mean someone who is going to start her own business, a woman who's going to be successful at that. So in any case, with whatever your quest is, it is very positive. You will grow tremendously. You will grow tremendously by taking that path in that first you weren't looking at, that path you had your back turned to. It will, it will lead to this, learning a lot about yourself, endeavoring out there and going new places, meeting new people, and then you will become a queen. And even if you are a man, if you're watching and you're a man, then the same thing goes. It doesn't matter, right? This is a woman of authority. That's what it said in the book as well. A woman of authority who knows what she wants, but she still has that nourishing thing, that nurturing energy, because this is actually the Queen of Pentacles. So she has success herself, but she is also encouraging of other people to be successful. She's powerful enough to not feel envious or anything. So it's still it's a very warm person, very warm person. So this is wonderful. That's what this path will bring you. So I hope that resonates. Please let me know. And then I'm moving on to the path in the middle, the sunlit path number 2. Already, the numbers 2, the ones that chose the sunlit path. We have Archangel Michael. Waiting for it to focus. Would be nice if it actually did. And we have the 5 of Forces upright. Archangel Michael, basically he comes to tell you, and will actually also bring you the strength and the courage to, to continue on, also to move, or get to expansion and to a higher vibration, because right now that's the time for you to do that. Yeah, I feel that's why I'm a bit hesitant, because I feel several things are possible. I feel that there is a group of you who chose this path in the middle, that one, the sunlit path, that should continue on this path right now, because they've come from something, a place, as something that happened that was quite, well, maybe just difficult. That was quite difficult for you to deal with. Can be that you just lost your job, maybe you just come out of a relationship that ended, something that was difficult for you, which can be anything, but something difficult. And then right now for you, the best thing to do is follow that path that is familiar, because this is now for you. You need that ease and comfort of the familiar, of what you can see without any shadows on the path. And right now you do not need more, well, let's say obscurity. That's a bit of a big word, but just you need that sun. You need that sunlit path, the clarity, the comfort of it, especially as well. Just that ease for a bit, just ease. So you can recover, recuperate, and and then maybe tackle more shadows on your path again. But right now, that might be a bit difficult for you. And then Archangel Michael is bringing you that strength and courage, so you will recover and you will continue on that path. And that's for one group, but I feel for another group it's also that maybe you have been a bit low, that is possible. But I also feel for this other group, this simply is the right path for you. So why go there or there? You know, you have done that in the past already, maybe. You know, you maybe tested those two paths and then found yourself coming back here because you discovered that these two weren't the right ones for you. So this is simply the right path for you. And but then it's still possible that to expand on that familiar path, you know, that even though it's the right path, then maybe you can still get more out of it, if you get what I mean. And that's basically what Archangel Michael comes to bring you: the energy, the courage, the strength, the power to also to do that, you know, to also do that. And I'm trying to think of an example. Like maybe, for instance, it's just an example, okay? It can be in any area. It can be your love life, can be health, can be career, whatever. Maybe like if you have let's say a business. You have your own business. You started your own business. Things are going well. There's no reason to change course. It's absolutely working out. But maybe you can still expand on that course, on that same path by doing more things, finding different clients. You know, so maybe you were just focusing on a niche market. Maybe there is a bigger market out there for you, for your business. So then you are still on that same path, but you are making it wider. You're expanding, you're growing, you're evolving. And yeah, I find it difficult to explain. I hope it is clear. I really hope it is clear. And that can be in a relationship a similar thing, you know. Maybe maybe there's more you can get out of your relationship than you realize. For the ones who are in a relationship, of course. I find this really difficult to explain for this group. But I feel that is important for the ones who chose this. Right? There's two different groups who chose this. The ones that are recovering from something and need this familiarity, and the ones who just are on the right track. But then if you are on the right track, you just have to now you can expand. It's the time to expand. So it's not just a narrow path anymore, but like a motorway, a highway. You know, you can get more out of it, regardless of it, whether it's about health or money, career or love. And then the second card with that, what you get if you continue on that path as well, it's upright. So then it's the top half of that card, which is summer. This is a card about cycles, the cycles of life, the seasons, the ebb and flow of life. There's a time for rest, there's a time for action. This is the time for action, which is young energy, masculine energy. Young energy is action. And that is about doing stuff to enhance your life, your personal life, your work life, your love life. It doesn't really matter. You can do things now to accelerate. Again, that's that expansion of that path. To, you know, that getting more out of it. You can grow now. You can really grow now. And it is really the time now to do that. It's time for action. And it can also be, if it's just about you, if you didn't ask about love, that, for instance, you now, you've been eating healthy for quite some time. What you can do to expand maybe is to just exercise more. Maybe you need to go to the gym or whatever, you know. Then you're on the right path with your health, but then you are still expanding, because first it was mostly just eating healthy. Now you're going to the gym, so you add to it, so that path gets wider, so to speak, you know, towards health. And It's also still fun. It can also be planning more social events, fun activities concerning love as well, right? And this card, this one is basically about considering what has to be done and then also doing that. And it's like summertime people have fun, they enjoy life, they go out a lot, you know, because the weather is nice. So that's what comes with this card as well, a time to be happy, be joyful, and also with yourself and within, you know, self-love and smiling, appreciating yourself and projecting that out into the world. You know, when you are happy, people see and feel you are happy. That will also help to attract love into your life. So yeah, because this card was also about the relationship. So in that sense, if you want to attract love into your life, a new partner, new love or whatever, or improve your relationship, then just consider what needs to be done right now and then do it. Because this really is a time of action right now. Fun and action, and also loving yourself more. Or just simply loving yourself, appreciating yourself, and just smile. Be happy, and that will help too. You know, that will help if you're happy, if you're like summer, bright and shiny and warm and, you know, and happy, and then people want to be with you. Then it's much easier to find new love as well. Also enhance your love life if you are in a relationship. So yeah, I hope this makes sense. I'm sorry if it seemed a bit chaotic for sometimes I find it so difficult to explain, but yeah, I hope it was clear. It is all about action. That one is about action, that one, this one is about action, but also this path, it's sunlit, like summer, right? Summer, we had this summer here. And sun is a masculine energy, is young energy, is doing, is acting. So that really goes together, you know, really well. Also with the Archangel Michael. And know that you are safe if you are slightly concerned about taking action or doing different things, because Archangel Michael is with you, and he, you know, he's watching over you. He's got that strong power to protect you, and you can ask him to cut away any fears or obstacles or whatever if need be, but I doubt it. This feels very positive. I feel a lot of positive energy for you. So yeah, just have fun, take action, and let me know if it resonates. Then I'm going to move on to the number 3. Right, number 3. Alrighty, if you notice me pausing the video in between, that's because I have to take a little break in between, because I have a neck injury, and at the moment it's bothering me greatly, and especially doing these readings when I sit bent over with my head bent over, I mean, and then it starts to bother me, so I have to take a short break in between so my head and my neck and shoulders can relax. In any case, moving on to the number 3, the ones that chose that path. That is a bit of a mixture of the other two. Shadows and a bit of sunlight, a bit of both. First card we had, this is a major arcana card, meaning it's important lessons, important things that you have to learn or do, and it's reflection. We see this little boat on the lake, and in the background there's the houses, there's a full moon, and there's a reflection of the moon in the water as well. Water is about emotions. This card speaks of being very intuitive, being very psychic. That's why it's called reflection as well, of course. I feel for you, if you chose that path, it's a lot to do with, in a way, taking your time. It's almost like taking a break with whatever your question was, to get more clarity for yourself. It's time to go inward. This is a lot of yin energy, finding a balance on the inside. Yin is the feminine energy, right? It's about receptivity, intuition, especially also that receptivity, being able to receive, and having intuitive insights and things is also receiving, right? but also being able to receive love and compliments and attention. And I feel for you, if you chose that path, for you it's now time to go inwards and to find more inner balance. Maybe you have to recover from something, or it's you don't have that necessarily when you have to recover from something. It is possible, but it can also be when you are ready for the next stage in your growth, in your own personal development. And sometimes you have to first go inwards, or during a phase of more growth and development, then you go inward to learn, to feel, to sense, to intuit, and then after that you can burst out again, go outwards, and use that new insight, and that with, you know, then you will have the energy again and insights and the power and the newfound strength, and to use to your benefit. So that's also possible, that you're going through a period of growth and now you have to go inward. Use your intuition. This, and that's very, very important, because it comes up with the other card as well. There's also about intuition. The difference I feel with these two cards, because this is what you get in the end result of following that path, mostly concerning love for that second card. I feel here, this is the Oracle of Delphi, and she knows exactly what she wants, because she is channeling messages, right? She receives these messages, so she's in her feminine energy. She's able to receive in the broadest sense of the word. Don't just focus on intuition. And there is a man, and he translates these messages. So if it comes to a love relationship, I feel you really know what you want. Because you are tuned in, your intuition is working, which is your guidance in life, to tell you what's good for you, what's not good for you, where to go, what to do, etc., etc. You know you want that compliment, the man that compliments you. Yeah, that's what they do, right? She get these messages, and these intuitive messages, these channelings, and he translates them, he interprets them. So they complement each other. Together they create something, a message. He can't do that on his own, neither can she. Because she just gets the channeled things, like, which sometimes is can be like seeing symbols, or having images, seeing things, or whatever. He has to translate that into something that other people can understand. So together they create something that neither can create when separate. And so that's the sort of relationship that you know you want, and that you, I feel, also will get, because you have that clarity now. You have found that clarity by going through that phase of reflection, going inwards. So this is more the finding out phase of that, finding out what you want, how you want it, when you want it, etc., etc. And this is, you find the answers to that here. You know exactly, and you are able to receive, you are able to be open, and you are now ready, because now you are the Oracle of Delphi. You have done this. You know this, so that's where you will end up in the end, in that position, having that clarity. And yeah, like I said, with love, it will benefit you tremendously. I think you will find that well, so-called perfect partner for you, because you have taken the time to go through this reflection phase, that going inward, finding out what it is you want. And yeah, finding balance. This is basically finding balance on the inside as well, between your inner feminine and masculine energy. And I see that reflected here in that path, because there is this light and dark, like yin and yang. Right, the sunlight, the light part is the white half of the yin and yang symbol, which is masculine, and the dark parts are the feminine qualities, is the feminine half of the yin yang symbol. So I feel this is much about the inner balance, and especially the feminine energy, because there is a bit more dark here than there is these sunlit patches. And both cards here speak of this yin energy too, which is the feminine energy. So this is what that path will bring you. It will, yeah, it's wonderful, and you have to go through this because both these cards are major arcana cards, so it is really very important that you go through that phase, so then you get to this far more balanced position in the end, knowing what you want and able to then receive and to be, in a way, you yourself, when it comes to love, you yourself will be the perfect match for the partner you want. I hope you get that, because oftentimes we have this image in our head, we know what we want, what kind of partner we want, but we ourselves are not a match for that. And if you go through a period of growth and get to this, then you will be a match for that partner you want. So that is positive, that you will find him then. You will find him. So I hope that's clear. I hope it resonates as well. And because if you know, if it resonates, you will likely also feel this energy of going inwards, having to, you know, find out about all kinds of things. And in life, in love, in health, in whatever, which way to go, where to turn, what to do, and using your more this feminine energy, putting your intuition, your, you know, these things behind it, the feminine energy. Even when you're a man, right? Men have an inner feminine side too. So, yeah, that was it. I hope it resonates. Please let me know, because I'm really curious about that. I always am, you know. I always like to know whether it resonates or not with people. So thank you for watching, and I'll be back again soon with another reading. Bye-bye.